So we'll do the recap, okay? How much is done, okay? One person has not come yet. We'll just recap, okay? Whatever we have discussed so far, Unni. We'll just recap, okay? What are the questions which was discussed?
Okay.
Please repeat all the questions.
What are the types of audit risk? Types of audit risk? Types of risk. Then how to check going concern assumption.
Okay.
Then difference between provision and contingent liability. And the last one is what do you mean by analytical procedure?
How many answers do you know beforehand?
One, only two, and only all answers are were no, but I'm sure about first one and the third one.
Okay. Neeta Robbins, how many answers you knew beforehand? No one.
Audit risk I knew. Audit risk I knew. Then yeah. Then rest I knew, but rest I didn't just look.
Now you know everything. What we discussed.
Yeah.
More or less you know, no?
Yeah.
How many questions are discussed? 5.
4.
4. 4 or 5?
4.
Tell me something about yourself is also a question.
Then 5.
5. That is the biggest question, okay? So what to say there, that is the biggest question. The 5 questions are discussed, right? That's it. 5 questions is discussed so far, okay? Ansul? ठीक है तुम सारा 6 क्वेश्चन सुन लिया सारा अभी तक जो करा है
हाँ सुन लिया सर नोट भी कर
आंसर भी सुना ना आंसर सुना तुम्हारा अंग्रेजी में प्रॉब्लम है कुछ अंग्रेजी में प्रॉब्लम है तो पता चल गया तुम्हारा अंग्रेजी में प्रॉब्लम है इंग्लिश को इम्प्रूव करो बस इंग्लिश इंप्रूव करो जल्दी जल्दी रेन एंड मार्टिन बुक पढ़ना है जो मार्टिन बुक पढ़ना है पढ़िए पर जल्दी से इंग्लिश इंप्रूव करिए देयर इज वेरी लेस टाइम फॉर यू टू इम्प्रूव इंग्लिश ठीक है
ओके
इंग्लिश बहुत जल्दी इंप्रूव करना है हो जाएगा हम लोग करा देंगे पर जल्दी आपको भी एफर्ट डालना है तो इंग्लिश फटाफट इंप्रूव करिए इंग्लिश से भागे मत इंग्लिश से भागे मत एकदम भी इंग्लिश बहुत जरूरी है अभी एकदम ठीक है नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ना हाउ डू स्टार्ट एन ऑडिट पुस्तक
So first of all, we understand the entity. First of all, we made the pre-engagement with the reporting entity as per SA 210. Later on, after that, we understand the entity's environment, including the internal control, and perform walkthroughs. Then we apply control testing and ascertain the internal whether there is effective and operating, whether the internal control in the entity are effective and appropriate and effective. After that, we perform substantive testing, like procedures and test of details, in which we perform we are going to prepare the audit reports and make as well IFCR reportings.
Okay. What is IFCR testing?
Sir, IFCR testing is performed by the auditor where we ask the management, where we asked risk control matrix from the management. In risk control matrix are the procedures adopted management related to the risk identified by them in their processes, like order to cash, procedure to pay, and hire to retire. Along with that, we also ensure whether there are automatic or manual controls, whether the management are overriding their controls or not, and what are the frequency of their controls.
Note these 2 questions, okay? Hawaii media.
Yes,
Hawaii
sir.
media. वीडियो ऑन कर लीजिए रीनेम करना सीखिए ठीक है हाँ
ओके सर ओके
रीनेम भी करना सीखिए और एक नोटपैड और पेन रखिए अपने पास ठीक है
श्योर श्योर सर
नेक्स्ट टाइम से मेरे को पूछ के आएंगे टाइम में आएंगे ठीक है ये चीज है आज हम दे दी आपको लेट एंट्री समझ ना एक पेन पेपर रखिए जो जो क्वेश्चन डिस्कस हो रहा है ना उसको लिखते
टाइमिंग
जाइए
कितने बजे से कितने बजे सर मेरे को एक आइडिया नहीं है सर
टाइमिंग जब लिख देते वही टाइमिंग है समझिए 9 बजे जो भी है पर हमको एक बार बोलेंगे आने से पहले आप ठीक है वही चीज है अभी जो डिस्कस हो रहा है ना वो सारा क्वेश्चन आप लिखते जाइए बस ठीक है, और अच्छा से सुनिए चीज को, ठीक है, पेन पेपर रखिए अपने पास, ठीक है। ओके, क्वेश्चन था लाइक व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन आईएफसी टेस्टिंग एंड वर्सेस आईएफसीआर टेस्टिंग? सानू, IFC
Sir, I
versus
don't.
IFCR difference.
I have not.
Sanu,
I have not read it still.
Puspak.
So may I also, sir, in IFC testing, we ensure what are the policies and procedures adopted by the management for the effective and operating effectiveness of conduct of the business. And IFC testing comprises of three things. First of all, IFC internal financial over the financial reporting. Second one is fraud controls, and third one is operational control. Then we come to the IFCR testing. IFCR testing is a part of a IFC testing only. And in IFCR testing, we ask the management their risk control metrics and also ensure whether they are automatic or manual controls and what is the frequency of the controls. In IFCR testing, we do not initially we do not rely over the report of the internal auditor. We perform our controls independently.
Right. So this is a very important question that can be asked, IFC versus IFCR testing. Okay. So this is something which you should be very good at. Okay. Next question. How do you check the cash and bank balances, Sanu?
Yes, sir. So, cash and bank balances. So
Right.
for this, first of all, we have to check what kind of controls there are for the cash and bank balances employed by the entity. Like if there is a huge cash in the company, we have to go for the physical examination.
Before you, once I just want to interrupt. Okay. You will on your video and you will note down all the questions. I will be asking you the questions. Okay. Hawaii. Yes, Hawaii.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, okay, sir.
Your name also you will write it down. Rename and write it down your name
Okay.
also. Okay.
Sir,
And
today I'm not prepared for that, sir. So just give me
on your
some
video and
time.
write down all the questions. Huh? Write down all the questions. This is very important. Okay.
Okay,
As
sir.
a
Okay.
professional, we are selling services only, and services will come from knowledge. And there is no time for messing around now. Right?
I have to just set up my things, sir. So actually I
No.
haven't that. So give me some time and then
And next time, Krishan
I'll
also, I will not allow. I will not allow. This time I'm allowing. When in the session, I need 100% attention. You're listening now,
okay, sir.
Krishan? Krishan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Krishan. You're listening, Krishan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm listening.
All questions you're listening na? Huh. I need that listening, okay? Okay. Yes. Right. Where we were? Which question, Sanu?
Sir, we were auditing cash and bank balances of the
Yes,
entity.
auditing.
So,
Be little
yes.
louder so that everybody can listen to you properly. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first point I said, if the cash amount is high, we will go for the physical verification. And the second thing is the reconciliation. Reconciliation is bank reconciliation. We have to check the bank balances and the confirmation from the bank. And the third one, we will look for that the variances, like if there is uncertain amount of cash variances in past years and current year, we will ask for the reason from the management.
Now, what if you don't get the cash confirmation? You don't not getting the confirmation from the bank. What will you do?
So I'll ask for the management representation letter about that.
No. You don't get the confirmation from the bank or the balances. Okay.
So may I answer
What
for
will
that?
be the procedures? Yes.
May I answer?
Yes. Yes.
So if we can't get the external confirmation from the bank side, we can apply alternative audit procedures such like that subsequent clearance. And in case we didn't get the subsequent clearance also and bank confirmation, we didn't get the bank confirmation and subsequent clearance was also not happening. We ask the management the reasons for the same. Then we obtain a management representation letter, as well as we also consider our impact over the report as well.
Right. So you will take bank reconciliation statement and you will check the subsequent clearance. Okay. So that is very important. Just a second. Just a second. Okay.
Sir, what is subsequent clearance?
Yes. Okay, so bank reconciliation. Only you will tell to Nita everything, okay? Today, whatever is discussed, her current went. And you will check the current also, whether it went or not. See, rating data. Okay. I was looking. I was saying that.
Bank
Yes,
confirmation.
bank confirmation, right? So if you're not getting the confirmation from the bank balances, okay, then you will take the bank reconciliation statement.
Sir, I want to know what.
Voice is not audible, Krishan.
Sir, what is subsequent clearance?
That only I am telling now. That only I was telling. That's why I don't know now which position you are listening to me. Is it in the washroom or where you are listening? When you are in the bad position where you are not listening, then you are saying like this. Your concentration level, I don't know. Where are you right now? Where are you right now?
I'm going somewhere. It's
That is the
emergency.
problem. Yes, that is the problem. Don't drive the car and do this, okay? I am not in the position. If you are in the driving the car and you're taking a no. First drive the car, anything you're doing. This is dangerous, no? Right, Undi?
No, sir, I'm not driving. I'm just sitting.
Don't do that. Yeah, that's why I say everybody on the video. They're in the what position? I don't know, na. That's why I say to be on the safer side. No risk. Okay? Class can come
Yes,
and
yes,
go.
sir.
Yeah, absolutely very important. 100% attention, right? So subsequent clearance is what? Okay. See, when you don't get the cash confirmation from the bank, you will what do? You will take the bank reconciliation statement. In the bank reconciliation statement, there will be some items which needs to be adjusted. Check paid, not deposited, check issued, not this. So for those reconciling items, you will do the subsequent clearance, whether they have been subsequently cleared or not. For example, I gave the check to Sanu on 28th March. But Sanu did not deposit the check before 31st March. He deposited the check. He is my employee. I gave him the check. And he deposited the check on 10th April. So as an auditor, I will just check whether the check has been cleared or not. I will check the Chanu number, PAN number, everything I will check number, everything I will check it, and I will check whether it's cleared or not, or whether this is just a fake entry which has been passed to just reconcile the bank balances. This is called subsequent clearance. Now it is clear now, subsequent clearance. Listen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so whatever is the bank reconciliation statement, those entries are coming. We will just check whether they are subsequently cleared or not. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so that is
Sir, we
subsequent
can
clearance.
also, sir, we
Yes.
can also consider that whether any check is remain uncleared for more than 3 months.
Yes,
So it
yes,
might
very
be
good.
a check.
Yes. So if the check you have studied
And
well,
proper
which is
reversal
good.
have been made in the books.
Yes, yes. I think you have studied well so far. You're doing very good performance. Sanu, your knowledge needs to be little more refined. You are also doing good, not bad. You're 70% on the track. 30% the knowledge can improve. You write it down, you will
Yes,
do
sir.
well. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is something which even if some check I have given you, Nita, light came your. Okay, great, great, great. Great. I hope you're enjoying my session also, right? I hope you're learning also, right? I guess. Okay, yeah. So we were not
Just a
too far
tiny
away. Yes, yeah, no problem. Now you're looking very nice also. Earlier you're looking a hazy. Now you're looking nice also. Light has also come, I guess. Okay, great. Okay, so we were discussing like bank reconciliation. If there is no, if you don't get the if you don't get the confirmation from the bank, okay, about the bank balances, what should we do? Nita, if you have any idea, what should we do? This question is commonly asked, okay? You don't get the confirmation from bank, okay? What will we do? Stat audit तो किया है आपने आर्टिकलशिप में आप बोला था.
Yeah,
What do you
but
do?
they used to provide bank statement.
Okay, you don't get the confirmation from the bank. What will you do?
I don't know.
Very bad actually. These things you should know. मतलब क्या किया भगवान जाने.
So,
Bank
in my
reconciliation statement,
experience,
bank reconciliation. I don't say कि I don't study in the Excel file. Everything थोड़ा सा अपने
no,
भी
no,
समझ आएगा.
I didn't get this experience in Artificial. They used to
Right,
provide.
right. I know. No worries. Though, see, we will take the bank reconciliation statement, and in the bank reconciliation statement, there will be some reconciling entries. We will just check whether they have been subsequently cleared or not. If they have not, we will report to the management why this is not cleared. There can be some false entries which is passed. That's why we can get some comfort. Also, there may be some. Suppose I give you the check. I am my businessman. You are my employee. I gave you the check on 28th March. You did not deposit. You deposit after 10th April. That needs to be auditor will check whether in 10 April this check has actually been deposited and cleared or not, or whether this is just a bogus entry which is passed. I gave you the check and you did not deposit. That can be the case. Another thing that you can check out here is that Pushpak pointed out is the stale check. Some check can be stale. No, you know what is stale check? 3 months. After 3 months,
3
the
months.
check becomes stale. You know about this.
Yes,
So
sir.
this also we will check whether the check has become stale or not after 3 months. So this also we will check whatever the reconciling entries are done or not, and then we'll take the MRL also from back, but MRL will not rely. Then management can do this is happened in the Satyam case also, no? So you cannot rely on the
Yeah.
MRL. You said na कि I will take the MRL from the
Sir.
client. अगर MRL client से ले लेके सब चीज का तो भाई ऑडिट क्या चीज का करेंगे? ये भी तो बात है ना है ना ऑडिट
Yes,
क्या
sir.
इसका होगा यही तो चीज है ये तो ऑडिटर वी कैनॉट रिलाई ऑन द क्लाइंट राइट we are the auditor, we cannot rely on the client. We will do these procedures to find out. Okay, my next question is in this only cross questioning is that do you take the confirmation of the banks from all the banks? You suppose you have there's a company which has 200 branches. Okay, will you take the confirmation from all the banks? Sanu, आप लोग ग्रुप में लिखेगा ना आई
Yes,
एम
sir.
इन इट विल बी ग्रेट ओके राइट इन द ग्रुप ना नीता हैज जस्ट राइट आई एम इन यू आल्सो राइट इन ऑल द ग्रुप एवरीबॉडी प्लीज राइट इन द ग्रुप आई एम इन राइट इन द ग्रुप आई एम इन GS Prime Group 2. I was to check everybody is there, no? Everybody is added. Unni is there. Christian Bed, right in the group, na? I am in. Anshul. And you also. Hawaii, I don't know your name. In the group. You are added in the GS Prime group. Your name, I think, Saha. Azhar, right? Azhar, right? Yes. Right in the group, I am in. So that I have added you, I will also know. Azhar. Saha Azhar, right? Right in the group. GS Prime group 2. Okay. Right.
Okay.
Now, right in the group. Okay. The question to Sanu only. You understood the question, now? The question is, do you
Yes, sir.
take the
You
confirmation
asked
from
if
all
the
the
client
banks?
is maintaining account in more than one banks, then will I go for the confirmation
Confirmation
from
you will
all?
take from all the banks, or you will do sampling in this?
Yes, sir. Sir, it will vary upon the case. As if the client is having some significant transactions in one bank account and from others also, I'll go
Wrong.
for the confirmation.
Wrong. All.
So can I answer?
Tell, sir. Pushpak.
As cash and bank is one of the most significant account, and the risk associated with it is very high. So we cannot apply sampling. We have to do 100% checking for all the banks and obtain the external confirmation.
Right.
But there is an inherent limitation associated with, so we can consider to ignore very significantly low amount balances.
Low amount, but we need to take confirmation from everybody.
Yeah.
We need to take,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
at any cost. Neeta Robbins, you got the answer, na? Yes, Unni? Got?
Yeah. Good.
See, seeing the Excel sheet will not really help. So you have to know this also. That's so many things are there, na, which you might get here and there. So concept becomes much more clearer. Okay,
Yes,
if it
sir.
is a case of trade receivables and you have 200 daters, will you do sampling or you will do 100% checking, Sanu?
Sir, in case of audit of trade receivables, first we will see the most significant daters, the top 10 daters, and
My
on the
question
basis
you're
of
not
that,
understanding. I just asked you whether you do sampling or not. I didn't ask you the procedure. Will you do sampling or you'll check everything? Stick to the point. देखिए ऐसे करके टेंशन देगा वो लोग आपको
So
Whether
I
you
will
We
do
can
do
apply
sampling,
sampling
sampling.
methods.
I
you'll
will
sampling,
do sampling.
you'll do sampling, right? Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir.
How will you do sampling? जितना बोले उतना ही जवाब दीजिए। देखिए टेंशन हो रहा है
Okay,
ना,
sir.
ऐसे ही होता है टेंशन। जितना जवाब देना है उतना ही देना है। आगे बढ़ेंगे तो आपको वो डांट देगा, और डांट देगा आपका मोटिवेशन डाउन हो जाएगा। तो जितना बोल रहे हैं एकदम सुनिएगा अच्छा से, फिर जवाब दीजिएगा। ज्यादा होशियारी
मतलब
दिखा के
to the point
अगर
आंसर देना है.
टू द पॉइंट आंसर देना है, आप ज्यादा ज्ञान दोगे उसको, वो आपको, और हम बोलना नहीं चाहते हुए सब फिर वो कर देगा। आपको जितना पूछ
वो
रहा है उतना
ग्रिल
ही छोड़
करेंगे
देगा,
ज्यादा.
ग्रिल ज्यादा करेगा। डोंट इलेबोरेट, ओके? इसलिए मैंने रीड द आंसर वेरी वेल, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। ठीक है, वेरी
Yes,
गुड।
sir.
ओके, नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज हाउ विल यू डू द सैम्पलिंग इन दिस केस? यस
Yes, sir. Sir, it will be based upon the most significant datas, the balances, most significant balances, and like the top 10 datas in the value and all. So on the
And
basis of
always
that, I'll do
see
sampling.
what happens now when you give an interview, now at a big stage like campus interview, the biggest stage, okay? So you are always nervous. So you will not hear the question at the first instant. It will always happen that you will not understand the question what he's trying to say. Please ask the interviewer to please repeat the question, because you are that day very tensed. Please remember this. So you will not be able to hear, understand what he is trying to say. वो घुमा फिरा कर आपको पूछ सकता है, he can confuse you with everything. So please ask the question, could you please repeat the question, sir? Could you please repeat the question? No harm in that. But we will also think that you are saying the answer with thinking. It should not happen कि he asked you and you said it spontaneously. Take time to understand the question, digest the question, take time also, no problem. But it should not happen that you say very फटाफट कोई भी आंसर, तो सोच के बोलना है जो भी है. Got my time ना? Neeta Robbins and everyone, right? Very important. Okay, now next question is, okay, because what happens in the interview, now easy questions also people are not able to say because of the tension. The tension is
Yes,
too
sir.
high. Tension is too high. You don't listen to the question properly and you say the wrong answer. It happens in exam also. It happens in interview also. So make sure that does not happen with you. And how much they are
Yes, sir.
saying, answer only that much. प्लीज रिमेंबर, जितना बोल रहा है उतना ही जवाब दीजिए, बिकॉज वो आप अगर ज्यादा जवाब देने का कोशिश करेगा ना ऑल द टाइम, ही माइट थिंक दैट यू आर ओवर स्मार्ट. And once he thinks that you're over, then it is a problem. Okay, then there is a problem. Okay, but this should not happen. Okay, this is something which is very important. Yeah, and this point you should write it down also, everybody.
Yes, sir. I'm
Okay.
already writing it down.
Okay. This will happen with every. It has happened with me many times. Say only that much it is correct. Okay. Okay. How will you do the sampling? You said कि top 10 data देखेगा और
Sir, and on the basis of the past year results and all.
past year results. ठीक है, past
Yes,
year
sir.
results and all. Great, great. Right. Anything else you'll do in sampling when you check the daters?
So daters aging schedule, I'll check.
Aging schedule you will check. Provisioning for daters वगैरह देख के आप sampling निकालेगा
So
कि
may
कौन
I
सा
also?
डेटा बहुत दिन से पैसा दे रहा है. देखिए एकदम सिंपल है. When you do the sampling of daters, okay, just
So may I
imagine.
also?
Okay, what? Yeah, tell me. Yeah,
Sir,
Pushpak.
Pushpak wants to answer it.
Yes, Pushpak. Yeah.
Sir, I will reconcile the top 10 parties based on the selected from the PVA table, and then cross-verify all the transactions associated with them through the help of the Excel. And I can obtain external confirmation as per SA 505. And also, I ascertain whether all the data are belong to the entity only, whether the entity do not pledge any of the data as security as well. And I also obtain a aging schedule from the management and recompute it through the payment terms mentioned in the invoice and the contracts.
Question again,
And,
you're telling me the procedure, but what are the bases on which you do the sampling? The question is very important.
Sir,
What is the basis
sir,
on
we
which
can
you
do a
will do
sampling.
sampling? Top 10 daters, top 10
Sir, top 10
daters,
data,
top
judgmental
10
sampling.
daters, provision, amount you will check, top 10 daters,
Yes, sir.
provision, amount, high value daters. Definitely,
Yes, sir.
okay. It's very simple, okay? Neeta Robin has given 1 lakh to Pushpak, 2 lakh to me, 3 lakh to Unni, and 5 lakh to Sanu. To whom she is much more concerned of bad date? Sanu, because she has given 5 lakh to Sanu. The high value daters. Now, next question is, she has given Sanu only 10 days. Unni has not given for 3 years. I have not given for 10 years. And Pushpak has not given any time only. To whom now she is more concerned. Even the amount
Pushpak.
is small. Then also she is concerned with Pushpak more. And then me. Then Unni.
Yes, sir.
Then so it depends on the amount also. it depends on the time period also. Provisioning and all you need to check कि कितना दिन से पैसा नहीं आया and कितना दिन तक वो पैसा नहीं दिया. So these two parameters you will check also while sampling of data कि किससे हमको करना है, and related party transaction. That is very, very important. Related party transaction.
Whether the related party transaction are made on the arm's length price or not.
Related party transaction can happen, na? For example,
Yes,
me,
sir.
I'm Agarwal. I just want to make a fake data in my balance sheet. I give my money to. I saw ki yeah, I'm giving you I'm taking the money from you, and this is just a transaction, bogus transaction. I'm giving you, and he's my related party only, my cousin, brother, or something. So we will give you money and like this, and we'll charge interest. So that is another thing. So what are the three things that you will check? High value data, the time period from which the debtors have not paid me the money, and
Yes, sir.
Yes, and related parties.
Yes, Nita. Yes, you got na? Yes, Nita.
Yes, sir, I got.
Yes. So these things are not there. Okay, these things you have to apply some common sense also. So these things you will remember. Now, don't tell me that you will forget everything. No, you will forget. You will forget anything. Whatever we have discussed. Yes.
No.
You're a
No.
night person. You said, no, you're a night person. I forget everything during the night. In the morning, some external energy comes to me. This is all nonsense, I'm telling you, okay? In life,
So
now,
not nonsense.
you have to change yourself, okay? To the extent possible. Always remember this. Success only comes to those who work hard, okay? I'm telling you. There is no shortcut to working hard. There is no shortcut to sacrifices. You need to do that. That is the most important thing. The more you work hard, the more successful you will become. Luck will always come to persons who are working hard. Okay. And those who not taking the time to help people. I got call from 4 p.m. also from Dubai. I say, it's my morning, this is my sleeping time, I will not help you. I will not do that. I will never do that. This is my sleeping time, I will not help you. I will help that person. Even at 4 p.m. If I'm asleep, if I'm not awake, if I'm awake, then I will help. If I'm not awake, I will not help. Simple as that. But don't see the time to do things. I always say. This is the thing. It does not mean that you should not be disciplined. It does not mean anything. It does not mean that. But when the time demands, you have to change the game. I can give you an example also. If somebody is batting at number 7, like Dhoni, and he will stick in the match is like I will not come at number 3. I will bat at number 7 only. If the things demand, you have to come up also the order. If the things demand that you need to study at night, you need to do it. If things demand you have to study now, you have to do it. So it depends on the situation to situation what you will do in life. This is very important. Important lesson I told you, right? Yeah. आपको गेम सिचुएशन देखे गियर बदलना पड़ता है. जो गियर बदलना जानता है सही समय में गियर को बदल देता है वही जीत जाता है. समझ रहे हैं? सही समय में गेम को बदल दिया पूरा. Right. Next question. Okay. Next question is DTL and DTA. Okay. My voice is audible now. Net everything is working. Okay. What is DTA? Deferred tax asset and deferred tax liability.
So define.
From whom you are asking this question, Shanu or me?
Shanu. Deferred tax asset, deferred tax liability. Very important.
Yes,
whatever question today discussed now, whatever question has been discussed, please make sure that you don't forget this answer during the interview and today only you complete it. Then that is the purpose of here.
Yes, sir.
I am not even allowing, okay, 6 people are trying to enter the session. I'm not allowing anybody because I don't want any nonsense now. Why they have not entered, that is the problem. Ticket close. No, ticket close. That is the thing. Okay. The next question is DTA, DTL.
Deferred tax.
Yes, DTA, DTL.
Yes,
I want everything to be completed today. These questions will be asked and you should be saying all the answer properly. Yes, DTA, DTL. Yeah.
Sir, this is the primary difference arising due to the difference in arising due to accounting profit and profit as per income tax. Value as per. Sorry.
Example.
For example, if any asset is having book value of 10 lakh rupees, the value as per income tax is 15 lakh rupees. In that case, there is the value of the asset in the books is lower than the value in the books of accounts. So in this case, taxable temporary difference will arise.
Example, I am not understood. What is your example?
So the difference arising in the book value and the value as per Income Tax Act. It might be taxable temporary difference and it might be a deductible temporary difference. So when there is a taxable temporary difference, deferred tax liability will be there, and when there is a deductible temporary difference, a deferred tax asset will be there.
Example of DTA?
Sir, I said if any asset is having the book value which is less than value less than as per Income Tax Act, in this case, deferred tax liability will
Give me example, lah. If and but nahi. I need example.
Sir, income received in advance. So we create a DTA at present.
Anything else?
Sir, MAT credit.
Sir,
yes.
Anything else?
Sir, if we are considering investment at FBTPL.
Losses.
Yes. Anything else?
So
DTA
Sir,
example.
bonus and leave encashment payment.
Section
Sir,
43B. Remember section 43B. Bonus. Section
leave
43B. It will lead to deferred tax asset.
Okay, sir.
Krishna, I will not allow you. आपका वॉइस बार बार आ रहा है, डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है आपका. आप बेकार में फेमस क्यों हो रहा है बेकार में अभी? Section 43B leads to DTA. Depreciation leads to
DTL.
Depreciation, section 43B, unamortized preliminary expenses, which leads to what?
DTA.
DTA. देखो DTA ज्यादा क्रिएट होता है, याद रख लेना. Always remember DTA का ज्यादा पॉइंट्स रहेगा. And DTL only depreciation.
Yes, sir.
Nita Robin, clear?
Yes.
Yes, Nita Robin.
No, sir.
No, sir. Example of DTA, DTL, unamortized preliminary expenses. Then number 2, section 43B. Section 43B, na, as per Income Tax Act, payment on income tax basis. When you pay on income tax basis. And then depreciation leads to deferred tax liability. You know what is deferred tax asset liability? You don't know.
I know.
कैसे हो सकता है नहीं पता? ये सब चीज तो आना चाहिए आप लोग को मेरे हिसाब से. कुछ चीज आना चाहिए मेरे मानना है. उन्नी नाउ नो ना.
Yeah, I know.
Deferred tax asset तो आना चाहिए. This is very important.
Yeah.
Now next question, okay? What is the difference between Ind AS 115 and AS 9?
So should I answer?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes, sure.
So, sir, Ind AS 115 says the control is transferred over a period of time or at point of time. But in case of Ind AS 9, it was the risk and reward was transferred.
एक बार फिर से बोलिएगा, सुने नहीं. हाँ. नीता रॉबिन एंड उन्नी, नेट चल रहा है ना? मेरा तो नेट चल रहा है ठीक से ना? My net is working properly ना? Okay. Give me thumbs up, okay? Yes.
So repeat
बोलिए, फिर से स्टार्ट करिए. डेफर्ड टैक्स क्या बोल रहे थे? इंड एस 115 एंड एएस 9, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? यस, क्विकली.
So in Ind AS 115, the control is transferred either at a point of time or over a period of time. But in the case of AS 9, only the risk and reward were transferred. The second difference is in case of AS 9, only goods and services were involved. But in case of Ind AS 115, several other performance obligations are there.
Anything else?
So in payment terms, the payment in Ind AS 115 is allocated as per the transaction price. And there was no recognition point in AS 9.
So can I
multiple contracts are there in one performance obligation and no such in the AS 9.
तो सेकेंड ना ओके पुष्पक
Answer for the same question.
सेम क्वेश्चन ओके रिपीट आंसर
So as per India's 105, the revenue recognition is going to be happen at the point where the performance obligation is going to be satisfied. Whereas as per AS9, the revenue recognition is made when the risk and reward is transferred from the seller to the buyer. Second point,
number 1
as
okay
per India's
number 1 is control transfer Ind AS 115 AS9 here is called control transfer here risk and reward transfer number 2
So second point, India's 115 consider time value of money, whereas AS9 does not consider time value of money.
okay this is time value of money Ind AS does not consider time value of money next
Third point, India's 15 covers all the performance obligation, whereas AS9 consider only few performance obligations such as supply of goods, rendering of services, royalty, and interest incomes.
right next
And fourth point, India's 15 also consider variable consideration, whereas in as per AS9 there is no concept of variable consideration.
Ind AS is on transaction price and there's gross inflow of cash and cash receivables
In S9.
वेरिएबल कंसिडरेशन नहीं है जैसे हम लोग का वेरिएबल हम लोग Ind AS फॉलो करता है तो Ind AS वेरिएबल कंसिडरेशन इज देयर ट्रांजैक्शन प्राइस में फिक्स भी होता है वेरिएबल भी होता है आपका एएस में क्या होता था जितना मिल गया वही रेवेन्यू रिकॉग्निशन है समझिए ना ग्रॉस इनफ्लो ऑफ कैश एंड कैश रिसीवेबल्स तो यहाँ पर क्या वेरिएबल को भी ले लेगा जब को लग रहा है मिल सकता है वो भी हम लेके रख लेगा Ind AS में नेक्स्ट ट्रांजैक्शन
Point
प्राइस
5 is that Sir, point 5 is that India's consider both the models for revenue recognition over the period of a time and at the point of time, where consider at the point of time.
ठीक है और कोई पॉइंट नहीं है ना तो ये चीज याद रखिएगा कंट्रोल ट्रांसफर रिस्क एंड रिवॉर्ड ट्रांसफर ट्रांजैक्शन प्राइस ग्रॉस इनफ्लो फिर क्या है टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी नो टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी जबर में एलिमेंट ईच एंड एवरी एलिमेंट का डिस्क्लोजर जाता है उसमें आपका ट्रांजैक्शन प्राइस में यहाँ पर वैसा कुछ नहीं है समझे ना देयर इज नो सच डिस्क्लोजर ठीक है एक बार सेम मीटिंग लिंक में फिर से आ जाइए
What about the construction contract, sir? AS7, AS11, sir. AS11
सेम
is something
मीटिंग
like
लिंक
that.
में आ जाइए बात करते हैं सेम मीटिंग लिंक कम इन द सेम मीटिंग लिंक ओके मीटिंग एक्सपायर्स